Hi, Alan. Apologies if this comes a little bit late, but everybody has been sick in the family. You see, I can't even shave. And I just got half an hour free, so I'm going to focus a little bit on giving you a little bit of a pitch. What are my passions? What do I focus on? If you allow me, I'll share my screen because I always think it's a little bit better this way. Okay. Actually, I'll send you this. This is a new tool that I found, and it's generic. Obviously, it's not the answer for you, but you can get a little bit of the skill set. Okay, if you want to go deeper, okay, there's this a video where I explain where I explain basically what are my skill set in growing companies. Here you have a slide with the explanation. You can see in this slide very well my let's say engineering mentality, and you'll have here the areas of strength. And I think in the end, it's all about. I'm using this document just because I like that it forces you to summarize. But a developer of paths to market, and you'll say, well, does that even? Well, I'm pretty good at everything go to market, but actually, I would say I come from. Even though I'll explain a little bit, I have my training. My initial training was as a lawyer. That's the family background. But I have a mindset of an engineer. I always break down the problems into where is the impact. And for example, here you have a little bit of my history, where life has taken me. And here is we shot an ad with the striker who has won the World Cup for Spain in 2010. And why was this such a priority? Because we knew this was the game changer. I knew this ad had to be shot perfectly. I knew we had to have the ads perfectly timed, the channels, the online TV at that time, a bunch of stuff going on. And we had to make this is the PR event impactful. It's a little bit my mindset, okay? And public speaking and impact, obviously, I am going to bring it up. I'm normally good at speeches, but what I would say, and then I've broken down my skill set, and I think it can be helpful when you're trying to build beyond is early BD and scaling of teams. I'm very good at finding the initial challenge. Okay, just an example here. HP, 3D printing, industrial 3D printing business. You can see a little bit of my other stuff on YouTube, but I developed this business in Asia Pacific. I was by myself running around Japan and China. Imagine how big only those two countries, Korea, India, and that's the mindset. I can pivot very fast into this. Then I set up the whole team organization, early BD by myself running around. Then I set up the teams, set up the processes, and the sales team, the application engineering team, and the services team. We sold hardware, software, material. So there was the complexity of that business was absolutely insane. Run up business, build in analytics. Here's just it's a little bit related to scaling the teams. It's just my passion is a little bit this. Let me see if I can show you here. I'm not sure I have it here. Yeah, I think I have it here. It's this setting up, for example, just an example. This is a company prop seller. Okay, that they wanted to interview. They asked me, hey, can you look at our workflow? And I said, and I think they meant, can you just take a look right at half a page Word document and let's discuss it? And I went all in. I was like, this is super interesting. Awareness, what are the platforms? Focus. I broke it down into every piece, which are the identifiers of this. Obviously, they flipped a little bit, but this is a little bit my mindset. Or for example, this is, I think, shot back when I was applying for the job that I work with them as their business development and business expansion director. Okay, I just ran in and I said, okay, I'm just going to run this full on. This is a super interesting way to understand the business. Let me go and look at the landscape. Let me look at every element here. Let me look at the P&L. Let me develop because I want to understand if I want to work in this company. And these are just small details, but I can really run. Or for example, just an analysis of a company. A colleague of mine, they sent me a PDF with a P&L that made absolutely no sense. And I said, okay, let me break down the basic principle. Okay, they say that this is the revenue. Let me apply some basic numbers to this. Okay, I can say this, but let me apply some unit economics. That's simple metrics. Does this make sense in terms of percentages? Or how many employees can they have? And what is the expectation? And a bunch of questions. And we broke it down in the end. We didn't invest in this company. Well, they didn't want us because they're AI-based healthcare. So they had too many people pursuing them. But the economics behind this may or may not sense. But I can break it down. And that's a little bit my passion. I know it's a little bit complex to explain because, for example, if you want to go from the simplest, the public speaking, to setting up teams analytics, but then you can even go deeper. And this is a little bit, in 2000, this was 2019, I drove this project. Okay, and this is probably the most complex thing I've done in my life, which is a 4-dimensional printing. Okay, 4D printing scouting project for Audi. Okay, breaking it down, working with all these PhDs. Okay, these are really smart people with this organization, but I was a project lead, and basically did everything to conceptualize something is complicated. And you say, oh, sorry, what is 4D printing? 4-dimensional printing is 3-dimensional printing with the 4th dimension being time, meaning things change with time, with some certain conditions. Could be an electrical, could be a stimuli, and some electrical stimulation, or it could be a temperature change, or it could be a pressure in some condition. And the application of this into the long-term development of automotive was key. And I tried to break down every concept. All these are the concept of my slide. They're bringing very technical papers and very technical research that no one understood, to make it applicable to the world of investment and working with such a big player as Audi. This is a little bit of a long route. I'll send you this this link, but you can see a little bit from here. We can have a little bit more of a discussion here. I have a little bit of a humorous point. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't take myself too seriously. I always make jokes, so you'll see here at the end. I just want to share kind of like my sense of humor. Okay, massive sense of humor that's got me into trouble. Actually, especially in my early days professionally. Later in life, I've learned to not make jokes in the wrong setting, and that's a little bit of what I'll send you. Okay, and if you want to have anyone wants to have another conversation, that'll be great. And I hope if not, it was entertaining. Always giving it a prime to entertain people.